Good day. This is Roger signing in for the BFN, the Business Financial Network. And welcome to our special podcast series, The Stock Sauce, where we get exclusive insight from the CEO of one of the many companies our investment audience has been following as we continue to assist our viewers in the discovery of unexplored brand new asset classes and emerging issuers in the world's markets. And it's always a pleasure to introduce the CEO of PetVivo, Mr. John Lau. How are you doing today, John?
I'm doing well, and how are you, Roger?
I'm doing unbelievable. You know, the markets are really interesting right now. I think that a lot of people are having a lot of interesting vibes about the way things are going, either bull or bear. And more importantly, we're excited to hear about some of the updates that's been happening with PetVivo. What's been going on?
So we have had quite a bit of data coming out. We had the presentation by Ethos at the BOS in Big Sky, Montana last week.
Yeah.
The data that was reported was quite good. It was on basically injured cruise ships, and generally when you have a cruise ship here, it requires surgery. And
oh, wow. Okay.
we set a threshold of 25% or better to be considered positive in the study. An improvement in pain and mobility, generally a 5% improvement is considered quite good.
Yeah.
So we had 64.5%.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. Plus, over the next 90 days, they all gradually improve more and more. So
wow.
We feel as we go longer into the process that rate will actually go up. And then because it was a successful trial, they go into a second cohort to verify the first cohort, which is interesting. Basically, they're doing the same study, but better defining the injury, because it makes a big difference. If you got a total tear, your success rate's much lower than a partial tear of like 30-40%. Because if you got a 30-40% and you're increasing it back 25%, it is very likely you don't need surgery and you're going to be able to rehab it back to stability.
Agreed. Wow. Those test results look unreal. And we saw that in one of your most recent press releases this past month. So now when we take a closer look at this upcoming, I think today you guys released some news?
Yes, we talked about us being a platinum sponsor at the International Veterinary Pain Management Conference this weekend. And the wet lab actually is being done by Dr. Jamie Gaynor as well as Dr. Marie Barton, and both of them have been using our product for a while. So we have found every time there's a wet lab or some type of demonstration and they bring up the use of spraying, we get a very good turnout at our booth at the conference. So we expect similar types of turnout and able to convert those people into customers. And this is a small animal pain management clinic. So that'll be good. That'll help us drive the canine sales as we move into the equine season, because the equine season starts up late March, basically, for the northern part of the United States, because they shut all these events down. And that's when they're resting.
Yeah, no, and you guys have been making some waves amongst vets. I hear that there's been some notable individuals that are in the space that have mentioned their use of your product and the experiences.
Yeah, because there's always a conference or show every weekend, and they're in the week. So we're finding at every one of those, there is a vet that will bring up the fact when they're doing a presentation, talk about, I have had good success using Spring for these conditions. And they'll say, I only been using it for 6 months, but everything I've seen is quite good. And then that sends a crowd into our booth asking and getting more information.
Okay. And you know, a lot of people have interesting feelings about the market right now, right? So, you know, would you say that this market is recession proof?
Yeah, the sector we're in, animal care, is pretty recession proof. Now, what we do see in the cutbacks or the quality of food, instead of buying the food that's in the refrigerator that costs more than a ribeye steak, per pound, they're buying regular Purina. So that's where you're
Okay.
seeing the cutback. You're not seeing the cutback in care. And given the fact our product is probably cheaper on an annual basis than any of the other types of therapy, we feel we have a competitive advantage to it. It's pretty recession-proof historically. You never
Okay.
say it's totally recession-proof, but
Agreed.
it's a much lower percentage of impact.
Awesome. Awesome. And we've been looking at the stock, right? We've been watching the activity on the stock. What are your thoughts, you being a specialist and all?
So, we hit a high of 360.
Yeah.
And then the Silicon Valley bank crisis hit, and we pulled back to about 295.3. That's a pretty standard pullback if you really think about it.
Yeah.
You look at the chart.
I concur. I concur.
292 seems to be a really good breakout support there. So I think
Yes.
we'll hold that number, and then as things improve in the marketplace or stabilize, I think you'll see another wave up from a technical standpoint.
From a technical, okay,
Yeah.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I concur. We've been watching the stock really closely, and it has a lot of relative strength in this type of market. I'm
Mhm.
really, really impressed the way that it's holding. I know the community has, and we look forward to hearing more about your company.
Great. Thank you, Roger.
Take care. Look forward to hearing from you again, okay?
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.